What people don't know is that 5 years ago, I was admitted into South Coast Behavioral Health Center. So all of you are going to be hearing my personal story and my suicidal ideation 5 years ago. Instead of honoring my own unique skills and abilities, instead of embracing the Tanya that I am, I was always living behind somebody else's compass. When I was in high school, I always had the face that happy Tanya. Tanya is always the happy one. Tanya is always lifting everybody up. Tanya did not have the face of a depressed child. But during these high school years, I lost 8 friends of mine in high school. 8 friends from drunk driving. It was back in the 80s when there wasn't a lot of education back then. Ski bus accidents and so forth. I thought I was actually just coping with their deaths, but actually I was just dealing with it. And there's a difference between dealing and coping. Dealing is kind of when you slip it under the carpet and hope that it goes away. Coping is gathering the effective coping skills to really get through your challenging obstacles. 2 years after my high school graduation, my best girlfriend was killed in a hit-and-run accident in Laguna Beach. From that was my first bout of depression. I was overridden with guilt. I was overridden with depression. No matter what I did, I could not get out of my despair. But nothing could ever get me out of the depression that I was in. But then one day, I found food, and food became my savior. What was once the inability to eat after Harissa's death became an overeating disorder. My happy face came back on. Tanya was happy. I was eating, and that was my comfort zone. That's what brought healing. And I was like an alcoholic with my overeating disorder. But little did people know, food was the only thing that could keep me above water and keep me going on. But still, I was very, very depressed. And I understand people who are at their wits' end. When you're desperate, you take desperate measures. You can do desperate things. June 12th, 1994, as many, if not all of you know, was an event that changed my life forever. And that was the day that Nicole got killed. This pain was so painful, excruciatingly painful. It was insurmountable. I can't even describe it. But again, because of the notoriety of the cases, I stuffed my emotions, I stuffed my feelings, I stuffed my passions, and I remained quiet. Once again, I became a master at concealing my feelings. October 2004, I was supposed to be married. He canceled 4 days before. I became clinically depressed. You know those commercials where the people can't get out of bed? They can't smile, they got tears down their eyes. They can't walk their dog, they can't smile, nothing. That was me. My third and my last bout of depression. I found myself alone in my bedroom, holding pills in one hand and a bottle of wine in the other. And I just wanted the pain to go away. This was one more loss I just did not want to face. But there was part of me that prevented me from taking that next step. And it's because I knew in my heart that I have love in my life. And I knew that I was here for a greater purpose. And before I knew it, I was a patient at South Coast Medical Center, Behavioral Health Center. Their inpatient program saved my life, only because I chose to do the work. I knew that I did not want to walk out the same person that I came in. And I was going to do whatever I needed to do to get the job done. You see, when you're depressed, the last thing you need is chaos. You need structure in your life. You don't need foreign things coming in or significant change. Little step every day to get yourself better. Tragically, many people follow through with their suicidal ideation. I am a fortunate one. Mental illness is a huge stigma in today's society. So let's turn it around. Instead of calling it mental illness, let's promote mental health, how to attain it and how to maintain it. Because stigma does not need to exist. So the message here today is I want people to recognize if they need help them see that their actions could be permanent solutions to a temporary problem. It's absolutely senseless since there's resources and help for you without judgment. And people in despair and who are in a depressed state, there's a family out there who truly, truly understands you. All of this is preventable and it's manageable. But Annette, I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my story with you and your guests and your new friends. May all of your work and your perseverance reach millions of teens. Amber and your entire family, I know, are very proud of you. Thank you.